Today we're going to look at the semester exam study guide number 1. First question, which number in the diagram below is a rational number but not a whole number? So we're looking for something that's not whole. Here. All right, so 0 is a whole number, 6, that's within that whole box there, 137 within the whole box there. -2 is the only one that is outside of the whole numbers from our choices here. So the correct answer is A, -2. Number 2, how is the number 0.000069 written in scientific notation? So the first thing we have to do is know where to place your decimal point. And you put it, so there is one number that is not 0 in your tenths place, and that's going to be between the 6 and the 9. From there, we need to determine how many places we've moved. And we've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to the right. When I'm moving to the right, that's going to mean a negative exponent. And that 6 places is telling me what digit my exponent is going to be. So my scientific notation is 6.9 times 10 raised to the -6. That is telling me to move 6 places to the left to move it back into standard form. So the correct answer is B, 6.9 times 10 to the -6. When you see a negative up here, it's going to mean it's going to be a smaller number. And then if I'm seeing a positive, that's telling me my number is going to be larger. And whenever I see no decimal point there, or one digit in that right here, if I'm seeing that, that's telling me immediately I don't have to look at that answer choice. Number 3, the parallelograms are similar. What is the ratio of proportionality for these figures? So all you need to do is take, and we're going to be looking at the same side, right? Same side. 18 over 12, I can simplify that to 3 over 2, which is 1.5, 1.5. So 1 to 1.5 is our ratio. Number 4, on the grid below, triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is a dilation of triangle ABC. I'm going to go over the next 2, but we did not learn dilations, so this will not be on the test. What is the algebraic representation for the scale factor of the dilated figure? Now, we did do some of this in our transformations, so you may recognize, hey, I just need to multiply x times that. And so looking here, my x value is 2 times 3 gets me to 6. And my y value is 0 times 3 is still going to be 0. But go up here, my y value is 3, and this y value is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. The correct answer is B. But again, we did not go over dilations. Number 5, figure A is shown in the grid below. The algebraic representation for the dilation of figure A is 1/2 x and 1/2 y. What are the coordinates of figure A prime? So I found the coordinates of my figure A, and then I just multiplied my x value and my y value times 1/2 to get my new coordinates. So I have -1, -1, 1, 0, 1, 3, and -1, 2. And the only thing I did was multiply the coordinates of the original figure A by 1/2 on my x and my y, because that's what it told me to do. B has the coordinates that are correct to my figure A prime. Number 6, triangle ABC and triangle DEF are similar right triangles. So given this information, we have to know what is true about the hypotenuse of the triangles. And the slope of the hypotenuse of triangle ABC is equal to the slope of the hypotenuse of triangle DEF. So when we're talking about hypotenuse for similar, they're going to be equal. Number 7, the table below shows the relationship between the number of miles Sebastian ran and the number of push-ups he completed while training for a triathlon. So here's Sebastian's training. And it's even telling me that the graph of this data has a slope of 5/1, as shown below. So back here, we just need to know what the 5 was, and 5 to 1, so it's push-ups to miles, 5 push-ups to 1 mile. And then it makes it really easy to determine which statement correctly explains the meaning of the slope. For every mile Sebastian runs, he completes 5 push-ups. For every mile he runs, he completes 5 push-ups. A is the correct answer here. Number 8, the table below shows the rates at a parking garage. If this data were graphed on a grid in cents instead of dollars, the slope of the line would be. So all I had to do here was move my decimal point 2 places, and so I just rewrote those, and then I divided. So I have 120 divided by 30. I simplified it, and 12 divided by 3 is 4/1. So the correct answer is C, 4/1. Number 9, the graph below shows the number of cans of foods collected during a charity event at a local high school. What is the rate of change as indicated by the slope of the graph? So I need to do rise over run. The reason I didn't choose this first point here is because it fell in the middle and I wasn't able to determine accurately what value that would be. So I went to where my point fell on that hash where I could tell it was 2 and 50. So we rose 50 and we ran 2. Rise over run, 50 over 2 is 25. So the answer is D, 25. Number 10, the table below shows the growth of a penguin at a city zoo. What is the rate of change for the penguin's weight? Right here, it's given me 6 pounds per 1 week, and all I would do is simplify all of those, would simplify to 6. The correct answer is C, 6. Number 11, the table below shows the distance traveled D per hour T by the Vincent family during summer vacation. Which equation is represented by the table? So I went ahead and found that my rate of change was 60, but if I look at this, I'm gonna see that 60 is my number. I just need to know where to put it. Well, that 60 is telling me times time, right? We're going 60 miles per hour. And then to figure out that total distance, that's what we would do. 60 times how many ever hours? So D equals 60T. That is A. Number 12, Tommy had $12 in his savings account on Monday. He earned $5 per hour mowing lawns on weekends, and he deposits all of his earnings into his savings account. Which table correctly represents the balance in Tommy's savings account after working different numbers of hours? The first thing I did here was made my table. Immediately, he already had $14 in his savings account for 0 lawns. We've got $14. And then it was just $5 additional for each lawn. And so this is what I have. These are a little bit hard to read. This one here says 0, 0, and then 1, 5. They're forgetting about the $14 he already has. Here we have $14 for 0, but it's going up 14 instead of going up 5, so that's why that one's not right. Here again, we have 0, 0, 1, 14, not correct. Here though, we've got our 14, 19, 24, 29, 34. All of those are going up for $5 per lawn. So the correct answer is B. Number 13, the scatter plot below shows the relationship between students' ages and their final grades in math. Based on the scatter plot, what is the association between a student's age and the final grade? So you're looking here to see if we see a trending line some way, that they're forming some sort of line or curve. And I don't see any type of curve or line. They look very random. So that's D, no relationship. Number 14, the amount of bleach added to a cleaning solution varies directly with the number of gallons of water in the bucket. A factory adds 86 tablespoons of bleach to every 10 gallons of water. Based on this information, how many tablespoons of bleach should be added to 3.5 gallons of water? Make sure to round to the nearest hundredth place if necessary. All right, so I found out 86 per 10 gives me 8.6 per gallon. And then I just need to find out for 3.5. I multiplied 8.6 times 3.5, and I got 30.1. So it's 30.1 tablespoons of bleach. Number 15, which graph shows a non-proportional relationship between the values of x and the values of y? Remember, non-proportional doesn't pass through the origin. All right, so I marked the origin. My line right here is right over the y-axis. This is not correct because it's going through the origin right there. Here, my line's going through the origin, going through the origin. A is the only graph that does not go through the origin, so the correct answer is A. I went pretty fast through this because there's a lot of them, and I don't want to put too much on this video. If you have any questions that are specific or just anything that would help you for the exam, please email me, attend my meeting. It's at 1 o'clock today, 1 to 1:40. And have a great day and do your best on that exam tomorrow.